Big up, guys. Welcome to the buzz, and apologies for it being really delayed. Um, I've been meaning to do this the last few days. I really apologise that it's taken me so long to get this one out. Other things been going on. I was going to do this yesterday. Of course, I ended up doing the preview for the Sunderland game. Bees and Sunderland, which will be kicking off very soon, of course, at 7:30. A lot of matches coming up this evening. So I'll try and get through everything as quick as I can here. And I made this part of that, the confirmation of the lineup as well for the match. So I've made that part of this as well, the buzz. As you can see on the thumbnail, I've made it part of this, and obviously the other transfer deals going on, and even one regarding us, regarding the Bees. We are linked with a player, a striker. And I'll go through that very soon, guys. I'll go through all that. I just want to go touch on this bit of bad news, actually, on me. Really sad news that obviously Martin Chivers has passed away. Fantastic player, legend. Of course, with Spurs. Only 80, still 80. So it was still, he still had a bit of life to go, didn't he? Let's be honest. So, I mean, it's always sad when someone passes away, especially a player like him who was incredible, a legend back in the day, hell of a player. And I'm going to just bring that up now, that news there. And just bring this up here now. Yeah, he sadly passed away, Martin Chivers. Very sad news. Hell of a player. He was a legend. Yeah, former Tottenham and England striker Martin Chivers has died aged 80. Spurs players will wear black armbands in memory of the club legend during their game against Bournemouth on Wednesday. So obviously tonight. Chivers scored 174 goals in 367 appearances for Spurs, as well as netting 13 goals for England. Class player, absolute class. Former Tottenham and England striker Martin Chivers has died aged 80. Spurs players, well, just said all that. Statement from the club read is with immense sadness that we announce the passing of our legendary former striker Martin Chivers. We extend our deepest sympathies to Martin's family, friends and former teammates at this incredibly sad time. Our players will wear black armbands during this evening's fixture against AFC Bournemouth. Rest in peace, Martin, one of the all-time greats. Chivers led the attack for Bill Nicholson's Spurs side from the early 1970s, winning the League Cup twice as well as enjoying UEFA Cup success in 1972. After starting his career at Southampton, helping the Saints win promotion to the top flight in 1966 under Ted Bates, a move to White Hart Lane followed in January 1968 for what was then a club and British record fee of $125,000. Well, that's nothing nowadays, is it? Let's be honest. But it was big money back then. Big signing. After recovering from a serious knee injury, he would go on to become a key member of the Spurs team, which reached 4 finals in as many years. He scored both goals in the 1971 League Cup win over Aston Villa at Wembley and also helped Spurs finish third in the old First Division in 1971. Chivers scored a memorable long-range goal in the first leg of the 1972 UEFA Cup final against Wolves, which Spurs went on to win 3-2 on aggregate. The 1972-73 season saw Chivers finish with 33 goals as Spurs went on to lift the League Cup once more with a 1-0 win over Norwich, and also reached the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup losing to Liverpool on the away goals rule. Chivers scored 13 goals in 24 appearances for England. His last game came in the 1-1 draw against Poland at Wembley, when a memorable performance from goalkeeper Jan Tomaszewski, who was nicknamed the Clown, of course, by Brian Clough, for saving all those chances, the Clown. But there we go. I suppose you could say it's a little bit of a compliment in a way from Cloughy, I suppose. Helped deny Sir Alf Ramsey's side a place at the 1974 World Cup. After making 367 appearances for Spurs, scoring 174 goals, Chivers left to join Swiss club Servette ahead of the 1976-77 season. Chivers later had spells back in England at Norwich and then briefly Brighton, managed by his former Spurs teammate Adam Mullery, before a stint as player manager at Southern League Dorchester. Chivers also played at Norwegian side Vard and had 10 games for Barnet in 1982-83. He remained a regular at Tottenham home games and was a member of the club's Matchday Legends hospitality team. Yeah, really sad. And our thoughts and sympathies and condolences go out to his family and friends at this sad time. Great player, never be another. He was a one-off, amazing player. Be up to you, Warren. Hope you're well, buddy. Hi, Steve. Nice to see you. Yeah. It is really sad. Of course it is. It definitely is. We lost another top player, another legend of the game. And, these are one-offs, talents back then, and incredible players, and he was one of them. And that's when Spurs actually had a good team. Well, they have had some really good teams at times in the past, and that was a hell of a team then. So, yeah, that is very sad, guys, and rest in peace, Martin. Never be forgotten. But we will now move on to this, obviously, the news, the confirmed team news. I want to talk about that for tonight, for the Bees game. Obviously Bees versus Sunderland. And the news is Brentford have made 2 changes for the Sunderland clash. Head coach Keith Andrews makes 2 changes to Brentford starting 11 for this evening's Premier League game against Sunderland at GTEC Community Stadium. 7:30pm kickoff GMT live on Sky Sports. The Bees beat Everton 4-2 away from home on Sunday, while the Black Cats drew 1-1 away at Tottenham Hotspur. Rico Henry and Keane Lewis Potter have both been brought into the side for the clash at the GTEC Community Stadium. Aaron Hickey and Mikael Damsgaard, who started in the winning Merseyside, are both named on the bench. I'm surprised Damsgaard's back on the bench. So he was incredible against Everton. You got to keep him playing, keep going with him. Probably could do with him against Sunderland tonight. You would think it's going to be tricky. So I would have kept Damsgaard in the team, but there we go. Can bring him on. I suppose that's something. He will be, be able to be brought on if needed. I would have started with him myself, but there we go. That's Keith for you. That's what he's decided to do. So Christopher Ayer will make his 100th Premier League appearance for the club tonight. As he starts alongside captain Nathan Collins in the heart of defence. So pretty much the same team, apart from those 2. I thought Ayer's actually been good lately, so I've got no problem with that. Your Bees to face Sunderland. This is obviously from obviously on X. So I don't know if I might be able to bring that up bigger. Let's have a look. Yeah, so obviously Kelleher in goal. Henry, Ayer, Collins, Coyote. Good defence, actually. I think that's really good. Midfield, Jensen. He's actually playing well as well. I will say that. He's doing pretty well. He looked good against Everton. So I'm not too unhappy with this. Yarmulke, of course, and Yaniok. And Yaniok's been good as well. So still not totally sold with Yarmulke at the moment, but Keith seems to fancy him a lot to carry on with him. So up front, of course, Sharda, quality, Thiago, and Lewis Potter, which is a good lineup, a good front three there. I think should cause Sunderland a few problems. I would hope. I would hope so. So yeah. So it's all right. That's all right. I'm not too unhappy with that. Brentford 4-3-3. Kelleher, Coyote, Ayer, Collins, Henry, Yaniok, Jensen, Yarmulke, Sharda, Thiago, and Lewis. But as I say, I would have kept Damsgaard in from the start, but there we go. That's one of them. Well, he's still on the bench if needed. So subs, as I say, Valdemarson, Hickey, Vandenberg, Pinnock, Henderson, Nelson, Damsgaard, Pert, Harris, and Donovan. Sunderland 4-2-3-1. Roofs, Mukulele, Ballard, Alderete, Hume, Xhaka, Geertruida, Lefay, Rigg, Adingra, and Brobby. Subs, Patterson, Neil, Churkin, O'Nien, Mundle, Mayenda, Ayalda, Jones, and Chutirov, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay, apart from Damsgaard not playing. It's a must-win for the Bees, Steve. Well, I guess it is, Warren. We are at home, so let's go out there and do well. I mean, we are on form at the moment, and Thiago's buzzing. He's great. I hope he carries on, and it's a tricky one though. Everton proved to be really easy in the end. It was easier than I thought it'd be. But Sunderland are a different kettle of fish this season, and I really rate them. But if we are, the way we should be going at home, we should be beating this lot. I've gone for 2-1. I'm going to stick with that. I'm sticking with 2-1 the Bees because I think it is going to be fairly tight. But I think we can win this. But anyway, I'm going to move on. That's obviously the team lineup, the team news, and going to move on now to some transfer news. And there is this interesting one I see for us, obviously, for the Bees. So I thought I'd go into this one. I'll talk about this first. Bees targeting another highly rated young forward. Brentford are keen on Club Brugge's young forward Kaya Fioro. Not really sure how to say that name, but I think it's Kaya Fioro. Director of football Phil Giles and his scouting team continue to impress with their knack of finding attacking talent for the Premier League, and the Belgium under-21 international fits the bill. The 18-year-old is 6'3" tall and made his debut as a substitute against Rangers in the Champions League this season. And got this little bit, sort of stats about him here. This could be an interesting one if it goes ahead, if we manage to get him. Fioro, I think that's his name. So, He could be another gem. He could be another gem. He's played 23 games, only scored 2 goals. Yeah, so he's played in the Champions League, scored 1 there in 23 matches. Champions League qualifying, scored 1 in 22. The Jupiler Pro League, scored 5. Oh, sorry, that's games, not scored. Sorry about it, guys. It's not goals. That's games. Sorry about that. Apologies. He's played 1 in the Champions League, 1 in 23. No goals. Champions League qualified, 1 in 22. No goals, but has scored 1 there in the Jupiler Pro League in 5 games he's played. Belgian second division, yes, played 9. And that is minutes. Don't worry, guys, I'm out of it at the moment. I'm getting this totally fucked wrong with this, but that is minutes. So games and minutes. So Champions League 1 game, played 23 minutes, and Champions League qualifier 1 game, played 22. Jupiler Pro League, played 5. Played 5, 84 minutes. Belgian second division, played 9. He, as I say, did score 1 in the Jupiler Pro League. Hasn't played many. Played 1 in the didn't play. Sorry, played 9 in the Belgian second division. Still no goals. Becker van België, played 1 there. UEFA Youth League, played 2. And say 19. And he did score 1 there. National friendlies, played 1. And the goals scored there 2 are actually for Club Bruges, I believe. Right, national friendlies. Euro under 21's got 1 game. National friendlies 1. Euro under 19's 2. So as I say, 23 games altogether. But he's saying only 2 goals scored. I think they mean for Club Bruges, because he looks like he has got some other goals in those other games. Yeah. So interesting, really. He's all the stats are there. I won't go through them all really because, it'll be a bit boring. And of course, I want to get on anyway. Want to move on. But he looks interesting. He looks a decent player. He's raw, of course. He's got time to move. He's only 18. This could be a good one if we get him. Could be interesting. We'll see what happens. Obviously, we are linked with him. Strong rumours, strong link. And I think we might go for him, We might do. Be up to you, Rich. Hope you well, bro. Hope you well, buddy. All good. And obviously, the matches are starting. I think they've already started. I'll put mine up, the Bees one on very soon. Just go quickly through the rest of this transfer news. And so that's a good one. I hope we get him. Obviously, we'll go through that a bit more the next few days. I'm going to be doing a few probably B's transfer windows. I've got to try and do some of them. We haven't been linked with many players, and this is just one so far. So I'm not sure we're really after that many by the looks of it. But it is really hard to get players in January anyway. So if we just get this guy in, that'd be good, I suppose. I mean, he's another striker. We do need another striker, I believe. So, yeah. And it was just this, obviously, sort of talk about the recent sort of transfers. And West Ham have been busy, and they need to be to get players in because they're struggling. They got a guy in called Pablo Felipe from Gil Vicente, West Ham undisclosed. Pascal Gross, of course, as we know, that was an early one, and came back from Borussia Dortmund back to Brighton, undisclosed. We all know, of course, Brennan Johnson on Spurs to Palace, 35 million. Nicholas Fulcrew from West Ham to AC Milan on loan. That was about it, really, for the Premier. So that's really the ones. Of course, we've also let Michael Olakigbe go to Swindon on loan from Brentford. So I think he looks talented, though, that Olakigbe. But obviously, we decided to put him off on loan. Well, give him more minutes, I suppose. Yeah, I was trying to think if there was any sort of more recent. Right. Got the gossip column. Let's look at that. There's anything here? Not really, I don't think. Oh, yeah, because Newcastle faced Strain Larson, but they're obviously after him. Newcastle after Strain Larson. Newcastle will have Spurs for competition if they go back to Wolves in an effort to sign 25-year-old Norway striker Jørgen Strain Larson. Newcastle United may have to compete with Tottenham. Roma's interest in Joshua Zirkzee is complicated. I Manchester United sacking Ruben Amorim, and Liverpool are unlikely to let Federico Chiesa leave in January. Tottenham are looking at signing a forward in January as the injury suffered by Ghana international Mohamed Kudus, 25, is worse than they initially thought. Roma director Ricky Mazzara says the situation over any move for Manchester United forward Joshua Zirkzee, 24, has changed following head coach Ruben Amorim's Old Trafford exit. So I'm going to have a look at the scores, guys. There's also another bit of sad news, actually, before I move on with that. I don't know if anyone else has heard this, but former England boss Kevin Keegan has been diagnosed with cancer. That's not good news at all. Here it is. Says that here. Really bad news. Kevin Keegan, he was another great player, as we know. Legend. Good manager, but a great player. Sadly been diagnosed with cancer. It's not good news at all. And that is sad. hope he battles it and manages to get over it, fights it. That's very important. I hope he does that. A great player he was, a good man, brilliant. Some of his managerial roles weren't. I don't think he was at his best. Done his best because, of course, he was more like a man manager as such. But he was found wanting in the England manager's role. Unfortunately. So I'm just going to the football here, just getting to that. Just getting onto that, guys, at the moment, the football. But yeah, this is really sad news. I really do hope he gets over this, Kevin Keegan. It would be sad to lose him. Well, we're still 0-0 at the moment. The Bees with Sunderland, still 0-0. But yeah, this is sad news. Former England manager, England striker and manager Kevin Keegan has been diagnosed with cancer. The 74-year-old had an illustrious playing career which included spells at Liverpool, Hamburg and Newcastle United, while he twice won the European Footballer of the Year award. Keegan moved into management after ending his playing career and had stints in charge of Newcastle United, Fulham, England and Manchester City. Kevin was recently admitted to hospital for further evaluation of ongoing abdominal symptoms, his family said in a statement. These investigations have revealed a diagnosis of cancer for which Keegan will undergo treatment. So it's good that they've actually caught it early enough and he's going to get treatment. Hopefully he'll recover. Kevin is grateful to the medical team for their intervention and ongoing care. During this difficult time, the family are requesting privacy and will be making no further comment. Liverpool said the thoughts and support of everyone at the club were with Keegan. All of us at LFC and official former Players Association Forever Reds send our best wishes to Kevin, his family and friends, added the Anfield side. Keegan started his playing career as a 17-year-old at Scunthorpe United in 1968 before being signed by legendary Liverpool manager Bill Shankly 3 years later. He helped the Reds to the top flight title 3 times and also won the 1977 European Cup. The club's first in the competition and in his farewell season, an FA Cup and 2 UEFA Cups in his time at Anfield. Keegan scored 100 goals in 323 appearances for Liverpool and joined German club Hamburg at the end of the 1976-77 campaign. He was their top scorer with 17 league goals when they claimed the Bundesliga title in 1978-79, while he was named European Footballer of the Year in both the 1977-78 and 78-79 campaigns during his 3-year spell. Keegan moved to Southampton in 1980 and won the PFA Player of the Year in 81-82 before making the switch to Newcastle in 1982 and retiring as a player 2 years later. The forward, who played at the 1982 World Cup, scored 21 goals in 63 appearances for England and captained his national side 31 times. Keegan's first foray into management came with Newcastle. We all remember that. In 1992, and he led the club to the old First Division title and promotion into the Premier League in 93. In the 95-96 season, his Newcastle side let a 12-point lead slip. Yeah, of course, famously. As they were beaten to the top flight title by Manchester United, where he famously said, I would love it if we beat them. I'd absolutely love it if we beat them. Yeah. In an emotional outburst during the 10th running. Keown known for producing an Keown. I don't know why I said that. It looks similar to Keown, but it's known. Don't know why I said that, guys. I'm sort of watching the football at the moment as well. Yeah, still sort of one eye on that. But anyway, known for producing an attacking brand of football, Keegan resigned as Magpies manager in 1997 and took over at Fulham a year later before being appointed as England boss in February 1999. He left that role in October 2000 following a 1-0 defeat by Germany in the 2002 World Cup qualifier. At the final game at the old Wembley Stadium before it was rebuilt, Keegan though returned to club management with a 4-year spell at Man City prior to a short 8-month stint back at Newcastle in 2008. Yes, let's hope, fingers crossed, and we pray that he gets over that. This horrible thing with cancer. That's not good, but let's hope he does. Kevin Keegan, absolute legend. Be up to you, Mel. Hope you're well. Hope you're all good. Hope you're looking forward to the Arsenal game, which I think is that kicked off. I don't think so. I will obviously go back, go on to that. Look at the scores very soon. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to bounce and hopefully, well, I will be back with more. I'm going to do, proper, try and do this earlier as well. This is the wrong time with the football on as well, of course. We all know the football's on. Matches, so, I've got to try and schedule this for a better time, better scheduling, timing. And hopefully I will. I'm going to try and do a bees one tomorrow, transfer one. See if we link with anyone else, if any other news comes up. I'm also doing, we'll be doing a cricket one. That'll probably be tomorrow. Buzz one, obviously talking about the England Ashes shambles. We probably will lose. It looks like we're going to. So it could be 4-1 by the looks of it. But brilliant from Jacob Bethel today. Young man, still only, 22. Made his maiden test match century. 142 not out at the moment. Incredible. An absolute talent. Something to, go out with on a high. Something good. Some good news for a change, but it's been shit. It's been terrible, the Ashes. We've not been good enough. At least we ain't lost 5-0, I know. But we are going to lose probably 4-1 unless we can somehow, get a decent total now. With 302 for 8, I think, or 304 for 8. So we've only got 119 lead. So we need a few more before they're out. We really need a few more runs later. Oh yeah, of course. Right, of course it's tomorrow, isn't it? Arsenal Liverpool. Yeah. Should be a good one, of course. That one. Yeah, I forgot it's tomorrow, of course. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna bounce because I obviously want to watch football. See how we're getting on. We're doing okay at the moment. B still 0-0. And yeah. So just quickly, let's just have a quick look at the scores before I go. Yeah, Bournemouth, Spurs 1-0 up against Bournemouth. Matthias Tau, or Mathis Tau, I think his name is. So he scored there. Yeah, 1-0 Spurs against Bournemouth. And Brighton are 2-0 up against Burnley. Yeah, 2-0 up against. What's this? That was the. What am I doing? That was the other day. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what's going on here. It had the scores for today, and then it's just changed. Hold on a minute. What is it? Wednesday? Yeah, here we go. It went off at that. It's AFC Bournemouth 0, Spurs 1. Sorry, it's Brighton. It's Man City and Brighton is today. I don't know why it was coming up with Burnley and Brighton. So no, I thought that was the other day. But anyway, yeah, all the rest are 0-0. Burnley are playing Man United, of course, tonight at 8:15. And Newcastle playing Leeds at also 8:15. All the other matches 0-0. The only goal coming at Bournemouth. And it's 1-0 Tottenham. About 400 more, mate. Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce, and I'm getting out of here, watching some football, enjoying the rest of my evening here. So, oh yeah, I just realised what you meant there, Warren, about the cricket. Yeah. There's no chance of getting that. We took, I think it's just 2 wickets remaining. Yeah, no chance. We're going to do that. Going to get that total. Yeah, I think it's going to be 4-1, guys, in the Ashes. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Going to watch some football. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. Thanks everyone in the live chat, Warren, Rich, and Mel. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to people watching live or on playback. Follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and sub to Mr. B Hive Football Chat. Keep smashing those likes. Many thanks for getting me to 202 actually, I should say now, and I will change that at some stage. Last year, but keep subbing into the new year, guys. Please keep doing that. Get me up to 250 now. That'd be amazing. As I say, watch out. I'll be doing a reaction. Actually, we're doing a few streams tomorrow, to be honest. I've got a reaction for this game. Bees and Sunderland. Probably the cricket one will be tomorrow. And maybe a transfer one. I might not bother with that. I don't know. For the Bees, we'll see. But there could be a bit, so watch out for all that, guys. And for the time being, I'm out of here. I'm bouncing. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, guys. Bye.